yo, YouTube. We're gonna go live for we're gonna we're gonna do it maybe for a quick 20 minutes. We're gonna let it pick up. Gonna let it pick up a little bit before I start explaining to y'all everything. What time is 6:18 in the morning. Gotta get up and get to that bag. Get up and get to it. It's my first time going streaming this early, but it's cool. Well, what I was gonna talk about today is I was getting a lot of people that I produced and did music for, like they follow one of my producer channels, so they was asking me how like how did I actually become a business owner and didn't have to work a job. So so that process of not working a job, that's hard. So you're gonna have to work a job. You know, I started off pretty much. I started off pretty much once I got out of high school. I didn't get no music scholarship, so I started my own. I started my own drum line. So I started my own program. So when I started my own program, I really started it with my brother, my best friend, and a couple of my friends. You know what I'm saying? So we actually didn't know how we was gonna make money at the time off the drum line, because now we at the time we did know. It's just that we didn't, as far as the business field, we didn't know how we was gonna put everything into a prospect with the business. So so what we did was we set in my mom's house. This was like 2012, 2011, maybe 2010. Yeah, I say about 2010 to 2011. So we set in my mom's house. Um, Me, my brother, my best friends. We didn't have no job. We was in a youth program playing drums in the youth program, but they pretty much had everything set up how they was gonna have it set up. So we pretty much had to figure out what we was gonna do with our life. Cause I was always the type, like, I didn't want to sit in my mom's house without helping her with no bills, and cause my father, he wasn't there, so you know, I never believed in another man really doing enough for your mom. So at the time, I just said, okay, well, we got to figure something out quick. So what we did was we got the drum. We got some kids off my mom block. She had just moved on that block, so we got the kids off that block, and then we started teaching them in her garage. We started teaching them drums in her garage. So so we started teaching them drums in her garage. So it was about four. It was about 4 or 5 of us already advanced already. So we started teaching them, and we went on and took the drums that we had already. We went down to the Chicago Bulls Stadium. So we went down to the Chicago Bulls Stadium because, like I said, it was about 4 or 5 of us already. Already 4 or 5 of me and my brother, and we was already fully trained and was already top notch drummers and ranking in Chicago already. So we had got the kids off the. That's how we created the program. So we took the kids off the block and then trained them. Then we still had to make money because we was at this time we was like 20 years old, 22, some 23. So we ended up taking our drums and catching a bus downtown to the Chicago Bulls Stadium. So yeah, so we ended up taking our drums and going down to the Chicago Bulls Stadium, and we just had to go. Had to go figure it out from now. So you got the Bucket Boys in Chicago already. So it's like we had to figure out. We see the Bucket Boys, they doing commercials and all this, but at the time we was doing like Chicago Sky basketball. We was doing they basketball games, and we was doing stuff for like the White Sox, the Cubs, but we was under somebody else's management, so we couldn't see the money and do all that. But at this time, I'm becoming a senior. I'm a senior in high school. You know what I'm saying? I'm getting ready to graduate. I'm a senior in high school at the time. We was getting these little contracts with the celebrity baseball teams, and we going to do big charities and everything. So we wasn't getting paid for it. So I'm like, it's time for us to get rich, you know. So I actually like I said, we went down to the Bull Stadium. We started performing in front of the Bull Stadium. So it's like we had to go at it with the you got the Chicago Bucket Boys. They up there all the time. So they sit and just beat on the buckets all the time. So anybody that been in Chicago that seen our drum line back in the day, seen us marching around their neighborhood, or you know, seeing us in front of the Bull Stadium, for sure. I do make music. I'm a producer. I record and make beats also. So I'm gonna get to how I did that too. I had invested my drumline money into getting me taught how to into getting to how to produce. So we had actually was down at the Bull Stadium. So the money come in quick. Anybody that's from Chicago or know about Chicago, is the money is in the music. You know, that's exactly where the money at. The money is in the music. So you gotta so we had to we didn't have to figure that out. We knew that already. So actually we had got our stuff together. So now what we did was we started making shifts every morning. We started getting up, making shifts every morning, and going to and then we started getting up every morning and start we had to go to the expressway. We had to start making shifts. So like in Chicago is we had to start going by the airport. So it's like, you know, our talent was so good already. So we want the money to come in like this, because all we doing is seeing all we doing is actually seeing guys just selling drugs on the block all day, all day, all day. They just study selling drugs. Like it's like damn. It's like, man, like we studied trying to do something good, which was cool that they was doing what they was doing, because that's how I learned how to hustle. Was seeing them make $10,000, $20,000 a week off selling drugs. So I'm like, we need to top this. That's what we need to do, cause our money come in fast too. Playing drums, marching around different neighborhoods, getting them donations. That money come fast too. You know what I'm saying? So I was already smart. Um, so that's how I really got into hustling, like really to entrepreneuring like that, because you know, like I'm seeing how these heavies, these OGs, they really getting all this money. They got 20 to 30 workers working for them. They making all this money. So I'm like, wait a minute. You know what I'm saying? You go get Chicago back then and like 2012 and all the way up, you know what I'm saying? 2012, 2013, 14, 15, 16, and all that. You was getting like little dub sacks and little salt bucks, but these dudes, I was seeing them making thousands of dollars a week, maybe like 30s and, you know, 20s and 30,000 a week. So I'm like, okay, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use that, and I'm gonna put it I'm gonna make it positive. So we need to try to top that, because they taking all the kids, you know, and having them hustle. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, how can we figure this out? You know, so we start paying them. You know, we got so you everybody all of them wanted to sell drugs. You know what I'm saying? But we want to sell the drugs. So there's the people that was before we started taking them off the street. They were selling drugs, but at the time I understood why money was hard. A lot of parents don't take care of you. A lot of the kids that was in our program, they fathers weren't there, you know, and it was hard. They needed the money to take care of themselves. So we basically competing with the drug dealers, and the drug dealers taking the shorties from us, and having them sell drugs. Then Then you got us trying to figure out a way to keep them in the program, and then we trying to figure out a way how to get money for everybody. So this way it came in that once we started getting our uniform, we went out there. We once we started going by the expressway more, that shit started coming in like that. You know what I'm saying? We started doing hours from like we started doing hours from like 8 in the morning to like 5 or 6. You know what I'm saying? So it's sometimes before 12 o'clock, shit, we up like $1,300-$1,400. You know what I'm saying? So we got shifts going. You know what I'm saying? So now we okay like this, but we already had this talent already, and we known in the city for doing this already. So now this where the money started. You know, we started becoming like big like adults because this the fastest money that we started ever making it. You know what I'm saying? So we like, okay, now the drug dealers making that quick money. You know what I'm saying? Now we actually making this type of money, and we saving it. And I was getting somewhere. You know what I'm saying? Our group growing. Now we got uniforms. You know what I'm saying? I bought us. We started buying cars, uh, getting our uniforms. Now we traveling. You know what I'm saying? So I was one of the main ones that stacked my money up and was investing my money. You know, so no shade to none of my brothers, but they were stacking their money up too. But I'm just gonna say I'm a different type of hustler, and my money I was just investing everything. So at the time we were smoking weed and everything too, but that's something that I didn't want to do, but I had to figure out how to way to manage my money, and then because we didn't have financial literacy, so we ended up starting making so much money that I figured out a way to get over that, you know, to because at first I could have make over $500, but we making you see you heard how much money that I say we started making a day. So it got so bad where you know we just spending all this money because I'm spending money on uniforms, then I'm spending money on getting us picked up because we didn't have a car at the time. So sometimes I'm spending $30-$40 a day on getting us picked up every day. Drum heads busting, so I got to put money back into that. You know, uniforms, like it's new people coming in the group. I got to keep buying them uniforms because I want the group to grow. And I was spending the money because I was getting it back. And then I had my bills, you know what I'm saying? So I'm standing by myself. I had my own bills and shit I had to take care of. So financial literacy kicking in on top of now this money coming in. So now I'm saying like, okay, we got the drum line, the money coming in, but we don't got financial literacy. So it started becoming a problem. And the problem was coming in. We didn't have enough black men standing up, showing us like, okay, this is what y'all can do with the money. You know what I'm saying? Y'all can put it into this. I just so happened to take a couple of them dollars, and I had ended up uh how was it? So by this time, matter of fact, we're gonna get to it. By this time, before I invested the little money into producing, I had already had got a car and everything. So we pretty much doing shows, but the thing is, I'm still not 100% a businessman because we going to shows, you know, we smelling like weed, and this a time. So I had ended up getting a job, my first job. Now I'm at a school teaching. You know what I'm saying? So this at a what is that like a head start? So I get at a head start teaching music to the after school kids and like the second graders and stuff like that. So I got the job there and I got the program, but I'm still staying my mom. So I'm like I got to get up out of here. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm growing up. You know, I know she tired of me staying in her house, so we like I got to figure something else out now. You know what I'm saying? So I ended up getting my own crib. So I ended up before I get my own crib, we ended up taking me and my what's crazy. Shout out to my brother Remy. Y'all can look him up. His name Remy Ink and Art. He actually he was on Black Ink Chicago too. He like and what's crazy. He do tattoos, but he always had a amazing talent with drawing. You know, so as soon as we get done working with our group, playing drums, making that money and teaching, he going straight to the studio. He not the studio, but he was going straight to the tattoo shop because his uncle had a tattoo shop. But I'm like, all right, I was sliding over there with him too. But anybody that anybody, that's another story though. But anybody that know about the tattoo shops, it's ugly, especially like when you know what I'm saying, like your people is the owners, and this ain't nowhere what this was when I guess this before when everybody started getting all them tattoos and when you know what I'm saying, seeing females in the tattoos with they little stuff out was a thing then, but I wasn't really into going there because I ain't like spending all my bread. I had too much stuff going on, so I knew I'm the type if I'm out, I'm gonna fuck it off, like fuck it off, run through it. So I wasn't really I ain't really like that. So so bro, his career we had his business. So Remy was the second boss, you know. So he was the one who was making our flyers and doing our he was doing pretty much all of our drawings and just pretty much everything that I was doing too. You know what I'm saying? It was just that we had different roles, you know. So his outside thing was his talent was drawing and painting and all that. At the time, mine was strictly music. You know what I'm saying? Like, cause I never did nothing outside of out of drums. So we ended up going to this car wash one day. We used to work at when we was kids in Chicago on the west side on Madison. So now we adults now. We got a little money. We take our cars back to the car wash we used to work at when we was kids. We see our homie there. Um, we see our homie there. You know what I'm saying? So they had apartments like upstairs. We see our homie there, producer, my homie Kaninsky on the track, producer there. So he got a whole studio upstairs. You know what I'm saying? So we don't know nothing about it, but we music heads. You know what I'm saying? So when I was working at the car wash and I was shorty, I heard anybody know the south side of Chicago, they got it's one top one drum line they drum line had it for out south. They call chaotic. And you know what I'm saying? We was Genesis drumline, so we had it for the west side of Chicago. So when I was younger, I already had new chaotic because we was doing battling at the Bud Billy Parade and all that. So when I was at the car wash working this job, I heard this cop pulling there with a CD playing their drum music and shit. I'm like, damn, that's crazy. But I knew every song that they was playing and everything. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, all right, I go to Buddy. He like, yeah, he was doing some work with him. He was a rapper. So he was a rapper, like collabing with them and everything. I'm like, damn, so we haven't got that opportunity yet, but we got multiple opportunities that they same opportunities they had, but that particular opportunity we haven't gotten yet, just per se. Like, you know what I'm saying? So uh I end up seeing Kaninsky on the track, like he come downstairs while we was getting our car wash. You know what I'm saying? So he said he was a producer or something like that. So I had end up asking him, could he make this beat? Could he make this beat? Could he produce this beat for us? You know what I'm saying? Like a cadence, a drum cadence. We wanted a drum cadence. You know what I'm saying? At the time, I wasn't a music producer, so I said, could you make? I was a drummer, so I said, could you make this drum cadence? Uh, could you make it a beat? He said, yeah, he can try to what the band was, but he was already more advanced than me, which the man code with fixing computers. So I never went to school for this. And I'm a top of the line producer, engineer, and everything. But this man, he more professional, like the type of person that went to school for it and everything. And he black, you know what I'm saying? So bro, he making the beat. It sound good and everything, but I'm like, I feel like I could make it a little better than that. You know what I'm saying? So we paid him for that. Then I ended up paying him for, I think, like a few classes or something like that to show me. So how I got good so fast was everything he was showing me, I had on my phone up. You know what I'm saying? So remind you, this my money from the drum line. I'm investing in paying him to teach me how to do this. So this I invested my drumline money into and paying bro to teach me how to produce. So this one I'm a producer because of Kaninsky on the track from Chicago. You know, and I think he from Atlanta, but he moved to Chicago, something like that. But that's my boy though. So he ended up teaching me how to produce. Right, once he showed me, I had my phone and I was recording it. So once I went back home, he set I bought all my own equipment and everything. Shout out my boy Flying Trees. They was the first ones who took me to get the equipment. So after I got my equipment and everything, I had already had watched bro. He had showed me how to do a Kaniski, set everything up, put everything in the computer for me. So remember I told you I didn't go to school for it. I invested my money in this all from the street. Like just like how people sell drugs and gotta we had to sell music and invest like that. So 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 it's to the point like now I sell cars now. I got a small moving business. I got an all-in-one service where we do moving, um, and landscaping, hauling. So it's like it started from the drum and it evolved all the way up. So that's what I'm explaining to y'all. Um, so it say how you become an entrepreneur, and I'm giving to you the rundown. So okay, so Kaniski, he pretty much got me together on the music all the way. If it weren't for him, I'm telling you, like literally, if it weren't for Kaniski, yeah, I wouldn't be chasing bands on the beat for sure, for sure. So I've been thinking about a lot of stuff. So the closer I've been getting to God, I have been noticing that like you got to be thankful for certain people for putting you in certain positions. You know what I'm saying? Because I didn't put myself in this position. You know what I'm saying? So um, I'm thankful for bro. You know what I'm saying? Because he put me in another position that changed my life. So I ended up getting so good with producing. He taught me how to make beats and taught me how to record at the same time. So how I learned how to do it was I took while I was doing the classes with him at his crib. I had my phone out. So exactly what he was showing me, I just went back to it, and I make the beats like that first. And at first I wasn't thinking about recording, and then I'm like, damn, I need to rap over these beats. You know what I'm saying? I need to try to figure something out. You know what I'm saying? So the beats went all that, but at the time I'm learning fast. Remember, I'm a top of the line, one of the top choir players in Chicago. So I'm already reading music, and I'm a top musician already. So I'm knowing that I'm advancing quick. I see myself advancing quick. So now I go right over to I pull up the Fruit Loop. The Fruit Loops is to make the beats. Then you pull up the Pro Tools to record and shit. So I go boom. He showed me how to record in Pro Tools, Sonar, really all showed me how to record in damn near every recording program that it is. So I learned how to record. So I make the beats. Boom. Then I pull up. I close the Fruity Loop. Then I pull up the recording program. So now I'm becoming over time. I'm recording and recording and recording and making these beats. I took the little kids out my program that was old enough to rap. So we got this little studio going now. I'm recording them. They're making their little songs and I'm making their beats now. You know what I'm saying? So now we got the drum line going. I'm investing to producing now. We got the little studio going. We dropped the drums off at my crib. Now they want to make their little music. So now I'm getting into to recording and making the beats. You know what I'm saying? So I'm doing all this at the same time. You know what I'm saying? So now it's becoming a habit. You know what I'm saying? Now Remy, I don't want to go to the tattoo shop now. You know what I'm saying? Now I got this studio. I'm talking about locked in. It's some with their studio and like bro, like I wouldn't go outside. I sit in the room all day. Like you bring me my food, all that. You know what I'm saying? So I'm pretty much. So I pretty much. So what I did was I pretty much went on and got into producing real hard. We get into producing real hard. Um, so it's this group called Sicko Mob at the time in Chicago. They was like they was like the ones out on the west side of Chicago. They the ones who got on first. Well, it was like Chief Keef and them got on the south side. Chief Keef got on first. It wasn't Dirk. It was Chief Keef. Then there was Lil Reese. Like they was playing Lil Reese more than Dirk. You know what I'm saying? So Dirk had ended up doing a song with Sicko Mob. I think it's called Maserati. Y'all can look that up. Sicko Mob featuring Lil Durk. It's called Maserati. So Dirk ain't really started getting his out west cloud until he did a song with them. But I was producing and everything. There was the beats then was like bopping beats. You know what I'm saying? So I wasn't really making bopping beats at the time. I'm still learning. So one of the particular artists that's in Sicko Mob's name, Lil Reese. He from the area, and I've been knowing him since he was a shorty. You know what I'm saying? I know his pops, basically I know his family and everything. But I haven't seen him since he was for a few years. You know, since he was a shorty, but he was still young, but in the Sicko Mob era. But you know what I'm saying? At this time, I'm like, damn, I want to go ahead and get this shit together so I can, work with Shorty and them. You know what I'm saying? So at the time, I think they was working with Mud Gang. I think what's his name? DJ Nate was working with them at the time too and shit like that. So I was like fresh. I wasn't even thinking about being thought of. I was still, you know what I'm saying, doing that 2-piece off my phone and pulling that shit up, and I was getting that though, you know what I'm saying? But I wasn't nowhere near ready at the time. So that's how I ended up get like switching, just becoming this entrepreneur like that, because now I'm like, okay, I need to make money off this now. You know what I'm saying? Off this producer. So once I got good, basically I recorded everybody for $20 and then made beats. You know what I'm saying? I was recording everybody and I was making a beats for like $20. That's how I really got the city in to really know me. You feel me? So once I started, I'm like, I like scheming. You know what I'm saying? Like I want a motherfucker to use me so I can get where I need to be. You feel me? So that's how I always was. You know what I'm saying? Because I always noticed like shit. It's hard to build a team, and in Chicago, it's out of 100%. Shit, it's like 40% that you really gonna build a team. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody want to do. Everybody is like for themselves in Chicago. You know what I'm saying? Like you probably got 12 niggas that's making money and checking in, but you got shit. You got you got damn that 9 of them motherfuckers that's fucking their bread off. You know what I'm saying? And coming back the next day want to make it again. Like shit, that shit over with. You know what I'm saying? That life ain't. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm making like if the program making all that, I'm checking in like 2 bands every 2 weeks. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, man, I ain't finna be fucking my money off like that, because I like to go outside. I'm experiencing buying cars now, and you know what I'm saying. So I'm young, staying with my mama. She don't really want this shit going on. So I'm like, I can't. I ain't trying to be in the hood. You know what I'm saying? So once I started producing, I already had my own crib. You know what I'm saying? So I had my own crib. So by the time I so by the time I got real good at producing, I, by the time I got real good at producing, I had got a so I didn't really I didn't start making money like that on the producing like that until, because I had to keep it, man, that producing shit, that shit took a minute. I ain't even gonna lie. Cause I was fucked up for a minute. Like only reason I wasn't like fucked up like a bum in the producing is because of the drum line. I was still making all the money from the drums. You know what I'm saying? And it was supporting me and why, you know what I'm saying? So it was like basically helping me. So when I became a producer, that helped out because I'm meeting new people now and I'm in the studio with all these other people. But I had invested that money into I invested that money, my producer money and my drumline money into getting a party bus. You see what I'm saying? So I got the party bus. It's that's why I say you got to figure out what you want to do to hustle. You know what I'm saying? It's about how you want to grind, what you put your money into. You know what I'm saying? Like I was the first black person in Chicago, the black young nigga, the producer to buy a party bus. You know what I'm saying? Shout out my boy and them Ray and them, but they got theirs now. But he'll tell you, I'd have brought them to my house. You know, I let them see my party bus first. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm the first person with that had the party bus in the city. You know, so it's and the thing is like, bro, I ain't even rich. You see what I'm saying? Because of all the money I blew through and the financial literacy and the stuff that I ain't know about. You know, so I had to start. I started selling cars 2022. It's 2025 now, but 2022, nah, 2023, I started selling cars. So not even gonna lie, that's what really changed my life was me selling cars. You know, bro, like flipping cars, like one of the best things that ever changed my life. Y'all can watch million YouTubers on here, and when they say uh $300 went from 3,000 and bro, like that's a blessing. Like I'm telling you, I done made so much money off flipping cars, bro. Like I never imagined. You know what I'm saying? So that's the thing. I always been into investing because I didn't wanna sit up and you make it there because I usually think you have like say you make $2,500. I'm like, okay, that's all I need because I used to think that'd go far, but that money ain't going far. You know what I'm saying? So I figured a way how to manage my money. So now 2023 to 2020, like bro, I done saved so much money that I can't even see how many. I can't like count the zeros, and I don't know how many zeros up in that account now. You see what I'm saying? Like as of me maturing and going through everything I was going through, I'm gonna use those for stories like how I elevated and got to where I'm at. So because it's kind of hard, you know what I'm saying? Like I went through hell on earth. I went through hell on earth in Chicago. You know, it's hard being here and it's hard living here. And you got to know what you get yourself into. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then especially like if you having kids, you gotta like that's having kids in Chicago is dangerous. It's just the women itself. You feel me? Because like if you a get money nigga like that, you ain't gonna. It's gonna be something between you and the girl where they try to keep you from your kids. You gotta always maintain yourself and know what's next. Like being a Chicago nigga, bro, you gotta know what's next, boy, because you can get killed any day going to the store, like especially being a producer. You know what I'm saying? Like I ain't even explained to y'all my levels of music producing I got to. You see what I'm saying? And it's ugly. You know what I'm saying? It's ugly. Well, I'm not gonna talk about that right now on this stream. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna see what this video do something if they want to know what's like, you know what I'm saying, what else happened in my life as far as me getting to different levels of entrepreneurship, then I do it. You know, like they can put it down at the bottom, like and subscribe at the bottom, and then I do it like that. But I don't want to just spill all the beans on everything, and y'all probably don't want to hear that right now. You know, so like I said, it was like my main thing is trying to teach people how to become an entrepreneur because I'm 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 a living testimony. I'm definitely the one that you want to listen. One of the ones that you want to listen to. You know, because I done been through hell on earth, and to still be here is crazy. You know, producing like music producing in Chicago, shit, dangerous as hell. You know, selling cars in Chicago, dangerous as hell. You know, you got people don't want to meet up with you, and then like, man, especially like whatever side of the town you from, they ain't gonna want to meet up with you. So in Chicago, you gotta always be you got to be always on your 10 toes, because 9 out of 10, these people won't want nothing to do with you. You know what I'm saying? And these YNs that's gonna meet up with you about your cars. Bless. Bless. Yeah, these YNs gonna meet up with you about your cars. So you wanna pretty much do what's right when you selling these cars, because niggas ain't gonna really want to meet up with you like that. You know, so as far as being your own boss, I feel like you got to get up every day. You know what I'm saying? You got to stay off social media. You know, stay off social media. You need a good partner. You know what I'm saying? A lot of dudes are starting using their females as partners, and a lot of people it ain't working with everybody. You know what I'm saying? It ain't working with a lot of people. So you know, like so what really wanted me to be taught me how to be an entrepreneur is watching Love and Hip Hop. You know, so Love and Hip Hop, like they was watching it for relationships. I wasn't watching Love and Hip Hop for relationships. I was watching Love and Hip Hop because I was seeing all. I'm like, damn, how they entrepreneurs like that? I'm in Iraq. I'm in Chicago, Brody. But but yeah, so me becoming an entrepreneur, it's like I had started watching Love and Hip Hop, seeing them on TV with all these businesses. I'm like, man, bro, you was not finna get this money. You ain't finna get rich off one income. Now, remember, I told you it was messed up for me because I was already playing drums on the E-way, making all that money. And when I started working a job, it slowed down. So I'm like, God damn. You see what I'm saying? I'm like, Joe, I had talent getting us all this money performing, and plus we getting shows. You know what I'm saying? We getting all these shows, we getting these numbers. Then I go work for somebody. I'm like, damn, I gotta work. My thing was I didn't want to wait 2 weeks to get a check. You know what I'm saying? And then when you come work for me, I pay you every day or once a week. I'm hell no. Every 2 days at the most. I'm like, nah, I can't. This hell on earth. So I started feeling bad when I gotta pay people. You know what I'm saying? Try to, man, who? Ain't none of my workers trying to wait no. They ain't going no 2 weeks to get no pay. You know what I'm saying? They ain't going for that shit. That's why when I work for somebody, that shit, when I used to work jobs like that shit used to that's my mindset, bro. Like you can't never take care of nothing for yourself. You can't go see your mama when you want to. You know, when you sick, you can't even go. You got to call these people and tell them you sick. Well, you ain't you haven't been excused, or we don't have nobody to excuse you. Well, I need to be excused. I'm sick. That's why I take jobs seriously. Like that working stuff, it really working a job. It is good. It ain't for me. If you know how to finesse, use it as a finesse. You know what I'm saying? You got money coming in. You know what I'm saying? Get you some extra income up off there. You know what I'm saying? It's all about stacking. But you got to think about it. You know what I'm saying? Like if you ain't good with working jobs and quitting them and going on Google and finding them and get more and going at the temp service and keep getting that money to stack. Nah, bro, because you're only supposed to work a job when you need it. And you need to, if you want to stack some money extra quick. You know what I'm saying? And your business is not doing what it's supposed to do. I'm not saying that's what you're supposed to do. That's how I was doing. You know what I'm saying? Because when I was working a job every day, like I couldn't pick my drummers up. I couldn't go get them to take them out to work, and you know what I'm saying. And like my kids, like I can't spend time with my kids like I wanted to if I wanted to work a job. They gotta wait. Well, luckily that since I have my business, I didn't really have to go through that like that. But I have experienced it. You know what I'm saying? So it is the experience. Like you have to wait on the check to go buy certain things, and you know what I'm saying, and gas and like I just ain't with that. You know what I'm saying? And then especially if you got to make a lunch every damn day for lunch, you don't get paid for 2 weeks. How the hell you gonna live like that? You know what I'm saying? No, you can't live like that. You can't even eat every day right. You know what I'm saying? So now you got to eat, goddamn it, leftovers. Take you some leftovers to work and work 8 hours up in here. But how you gotta focus on getting that goal done up in here. How the hell you gonna focus on the goal on your goal and getting your business done? You know, so they don't want to give you no health insurance if you ain't got no job. You know, if y'all got like EBT or I think it's called Link or something like that, you can't get that if you ain't got no job. I don't think EBT. If you got a job, I don't think you can get EBT. Y'all got to correct me. It's something like that. What I do now, I own a drum line. I'm a music producer. I got a landscaping business, got a moving business, and I got my auction license and I'm selling cars. So I'm an entrepreneur. I got to keep the money flow going. So when people ask you what you do and you got multiple businesses, because cash flow is very important. You know, cash flow is very important. So that's my one of my main things. Yeah, cash flow very important right now. Player 009. Y'all live in Iraq on the west side of Chicago. On the west side of Chicago. Um, my producer name Chasey Bands on the beat. I produced some songs from Sicko Mob, Lizelle Sama, uh Capo Quan. Like yeah, just look at my YouTube channel, man. It's a lot of stuff on there. So we gonna so so pretty much so pretty much so pretty much the thumbnail that y'all see up there, that's me with the group. That's you know what I'm saying? Like I'm pretty much the only one with the shorties on there because everybody had pretty much ghosted. All my brother and them, they went and did their own thing, which was cool, So they felt like that I was getting a little money hungry, but I was the one going out and getting the kids, and I was teaching them all myself. You know what I'm saying? And then I was the one saving the money, doing everything. I wasn't doing everything myself. I taking all the credit. You know what I'm saying? But I'm taking the leadership. I was the one taking the leadership and of the business and making sure everything was going on and picked up. So that's why I'm on the picture with that my little brother and them. But still, those kids that y'all see on there, they still family though. They still from the neighborhood for sure. For sure, I appreciate that, bro. That's the main thing. Like now, I feel like cause I'm a big leader in Chicago and a big role model. So I feel like that I need to push these type of videos more to let them know because I used to feel down that I couldn't help all the young men in the group. You know what I'm saying? But I ain't. I noticed like we can't do men on earth. We can't do what God do. You know what I'm saying? Only thing we could do is teach them what we learn. You know what I'm saying? So and then, like I say, I ain't had my father in my life, so I didn't even get the best training that I wanted to. It's times where I felt like I was at an end on teaching the young men in the group because that's I felt like that was all I know. I ain't knew how to, but I was teaching them how to invest their money. A lot of them hustle, most of them hustlers right now. Out of 90% of my group, 80% of them hustlers and they getting money right now, buying cars, flipping them. I'm talking about Forgianos. They got houses and everything. They doing what they supposed to do. A handful of them out here stealing cars, shooting, playing with guns, but that's the streets of Chicago for you. You know what I'm saying? Like I just stopped being stressed out from that. You know what I'm saying? Seeing, because Chicago ain't gonna give you nothing. They ain't got shit for you. All these like Brandon Johnson, Rob Blagojevich, Barack Obama, all these top presidents that was running for presidents and that's mayors and all those, bro. Our drumline helped them get in office. Like Brandon Johnson, he doing stuff at our building where we teach right now. He ain't put a dime in there. He ain't try to give back like the Christmas, all the Christmas giveaways. We do that shit ourselves. We put our own money into that. You know what I'm saying? They come use us to promote them around Chicago to get them in office. Then we never really hear from them again. Danny K. Davis, we've been supporting Danny K. Davis. He the congressman of Chicago. We've been supporting him since we was kids. You know what I'm saying? The most thing he did for us is try to give us little book bags. He been giving us these cheap book bags for so long since we was in school. You know what I'm saying? So it's to the point where we started giving his donations back and started buying our own school supplies. You know what I'm saying? Start getting that embarrassing. They that cheap in Chicago, and they use the money. They they use the little groups and stuff to help them to make noise, to get them all, you know what I'm saying, to get their names out there, like the Bud Bitter parades. That's one of the big parades. Like the guy Rob Blagojevich, he was supposed to have been in the office. He was supposed to run for president, and he's supposed to sold Barack Obama a seat or something like that. Man, we marching for him with his shirts on. Next thing I know, I see this man going to jail. You know what I'm saying? Barack Obama, even the drumline that's South chaotic. I ain't never seen him go back and support them. You know what I'm saying? These people do, like the real leaders that support Chicago and be giving back to these kids. Nah, they don't be really helping out like that. You know what I'm saying? Like you gotta, some of them get the help like that because, like a lot of us, we know that these mayors and these governors like Lori Lightfoot been knowing her since before she was Lori Light, the mayor and all that. Brandon Johnson, like I done watched him con the city and everything, use everybody to help him get in office into to what he doing. Like the Venezuela's taking over. Like that's why I say you gotta always be up on your hustle and keep you some money because you never know in this world, bro. You never know what's gonna fall, when it's gonna fall, or how it's gonna be, and when it's gonna be the end. You know, so you want to always, as a black man, you want to always keep you something. No, as a man in general, you know, because really color don't mean on with me. I don't go by race at all. I don't give a damn what color you is. You know what I'm saying? Just don't be on that Iraq type shit. You know what I'm saying? But I fuck with everybody. I don't go by race. All lives matter. You know what I'm saying? Because I hustle with everybody. Like the engineers, the producers, all most of them is shit. They come in all colors. You know, so that's the best way to get some money and to start getting rich, bro. You gotta look at it like that. You know what I'm saying? Everybody is one color, so you can be able to communicate with different races. You know what I'm saying? Because your homie ain't gonna always be the black dude. You know what I'm saying? He ain't gonna always the get money. Ain't gonna always be him. He ain't. That's gonna be the last person that want to invest with you. Now I got somebody right now asking about a car that I got for sale. And I got some. I'm supposed to be meeting up with a lady at 12 p.m. to sell a 2009 Aveo Chevy of Aveo of something like that, Aveo. You know, so I try to keep different ways, and so I'm up this early too, looking for online, trying to find out, looking for new customers that need to get moved. You know, so I'm always up early. You know what I'm saying? I hate sitting in one spot. You know, I get frustrated quick. You know, snow removal, like it's snowing. Trying to make sure we get snow removals and ahead of time. I'm looking at the forecast, see when it's gonna snow. You know what I'm saying? You got to keep that bread in, bro. Like especially if you take care of your family a lot too, take care of your kids. You gotta yeah, man. You gotta yeah. It's like that. Yeah, it definitely get like that. So so the best the best thing I can say is to the people that's watching me right now that's that's trying to be entrepreneurs and that want to quit their jobs is I think the first thing you need to do is is come to YouTube first to document everything. Hard life? Nah, it's not a hard life. We gotta live in life. It's everybody live life. You know, so I'm it's a, everybody we go through stuff. Everybody go through stuff. Hard life is them people over in the Congo living asshole naked. You know what I'm saying? Not getting, like stuff like that. Israel, they over there running for their life, fighting, and Hamas. That's hard life. What I'm going through, I can manage it. It's blessed people going through way worse. You know what I'm saying? But you ain't gonna get no blessing though. You won't show God that muscle though. You ain't. You gotta show God that muscle, man. Show him that you have. You gotta have faith in him. Cause the main thing, man, the main thing for sure is your faith in God. Like, cause a lot of things. Cause with my drum line, like like just last year, like we was just doing shows. We was just doing shows, and they wasn't paying as good. Like no, the pandemic, man, I was so messed up around the pandemic. Like the shows and stuff, everything just stopped. The donations, everything just stopped. You know what I'm saying? Like it. You gotta be a businessman. You gotta be smart, man. You can't just be out here. Okay, okay. Yeah, see, in Chicago, we like the guys, the people who own the restaurants and make our chicken and our gyros and stuff. They from Afghanistan and Pakistan. So yeah, we see in Chicago, we used to different races. That's one city that's used to different races. We got Afghanistan homies and Pakistan homies. I'm a music producer. They tell me all the time. They own in Chicago, all the Afghanistans and the Pakistanians, they own most of the restaurants. No, in Chicago, they make the best. They call Sunny Subs. If you from Afghanistan, you look it up. They own most of the Sunny Subs in Chicago. I don't know if they got them in other states, but I don't know why the Middle East come to United States and they make Sunny Subs and stuff like that. All that stuff mainly called Sunny Subs, and they food good as shit. You said it's like hell living there. Man, bro, trust me. I pray for y'all every day. I pray for y'all every day. That's messed up. Yeah, we pray for y'all every day, brothers. Only thing I can tell you is try to make the best of it. Try to find something. Try to find a way to, whatever your talent is, try to find a way you can give back. Try to reach out to the kids. Because if it's that bad, mm, okay, yeah, some of them from Pakistan, most of them from Pakistan, but like the ones from Afghanistan, they own the gas stations. Like most of our Afghanistan buddies own the gas station. Now Pakistan people they own the Sunny Subs. So when they was fleeing and everything, we'll go up in that gas station, bro. We'll see our people up in there. I'm like, yeah, y'all, okay, bro, yeah, yeah. I'm like, it's a war going over there. You got him over here working inside the store. They come put him right up in the store, bro. They have him working in the store every damn day. Like, just they come on. I know I be knowing they aren't supposed to be over here, but they have them working in. They don't be causing no trouble though, man. They don't cause no trouble at all. But my advice to you, bro, if it's hard for you over there, if it's hard for you, if it's hard for you out there, bro, like that's what the main thing, whatever your talent is, bro, try to reach out to some kids. Try to like my program with the shorties. All the ones that like some of the kids they don't get taken care of good. I take them to get their haircuts. Uh, the little money that they're able to make, I let them go buy shoes. They can actually go buy video games. You know what I'm saying? So it's you just try to figure it out. You know what I'm saying? With it, because I believe if we can make a win in Chicago, bro, you can make a win in Afghanistan. Cause Chicago is a little worse than that. It's like Afghanistan, far as of the killing and everything, for sure. I think it's more kill. You can get killed faster in Chicago than Afghanistan right now, bro. And I ain't just bragging on that. You know what I'm saying? And that's something that I'm not bringing to this channel. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't glorify that shit in Chicago. It's scary being in Chicago. You know, just imagine being a producer and producing half the city. You know what I'm saying? And all these killings going on. You know what I'm saying? Just imagine being a producer, producing half the city, and all these killings going on. Y'all catch that? You know what I'm saying? It's kind of crazy though, man. That's really why I slowed that shit down. But I'm gonna get into that. I don't want to talk about that shit, but yeah, like Faza, and then Faza, being your own boss, you gotta become professional quick, like etiquette class, because like you don't take etiquette class to see like your customers know when you when you're not as professional, and it's a lot of money. You know what I'm saying? And it takes away a lot of money. So how I kid on what that is on my promotion. You know what I'm saying? So when I do my promotion and everything, I'm not even finna put no color. I'm not gonna put no black person moving something in the house, or you know what I'm saying, or when I'm selling cars, I'm gonna sound like a regular person. You gonna have to see who I am once you get here. You know what I'm saying? That's how it is. Cause like when they buy the cars, they be like, "Damn, he black and he got dreads." You know, so I got people be coming from Kentucky and Missouri, Ohio, Illinois, different part of Illinois, Indiana. All you know what I'm saying? From like it's crazy. You know what I'm saying? So and most of the people that buy cars from me now is mainly Caucasian white people. You know what I'm saying? So it's like they be like, dang, he black, but some of them you can see it, but they still do business with me. You know, my reviews up and everything, and I've been doing it for a minute. You've been thinking to become a U.S. citizen. It depends on what you coming over here for, though, bro. We ain't, yeah, y'all, a lot of y'all Afghanistanians don't be having good intentions though coming over here though. I ain't gonna lie though, man. I ain't gonna lie, cause if your people ain't brought you over here and work in no store yet, how you ain't, you know what I'm saying? Like what? I don't know, yeah, your people should have at least a restaurant or something, a gas station or something already up here, bro. Uh, they hitting for these cars, y'all. You firm on them? I have cash in hand and can. Yeah, I'm firm on price. Oh, all right. So we're gonna end this. We're gonna end this live, y'all. I got to get to this money. So we're gonna get back to this. I'm gonna finish this later with y'all, man. I appreciate y'all for watching me. You know, I got like 600 subscribers. I'm trying to get to 1,000, man, so we can go and get this thing monetized. So I appreciate everybody that's watching me. Could y'all just like and subscribe and comment at the bottom? Bro, player 009, bro. I appreciate if you subscribe to me, man, so we can get back into the next one. You know, I'm gonna let y'all know on my next screaming if I made this deal. So I'm currently finna flip a $1,300 car into 3,000. So I had the results when I get back. You know, so everybody that's watching me now, I'm finna go ahead, click off, and I got these customers that's hitting for the cars right now while I'm sitting here talking to y'all. So trying to make YouTube a job. Now I got videos on here like files that did like 130K, 50K. producing my little cousin of music and all that. But putting videos together, I already know how to do all that type of stuff. So I'm just trying to get it monetized. Getting them type of views and not getting paid for it, it's a waste of my time to me. You know what I'm saying? So and I don't support putting up shooting videos and all that, but that's what just got sent. You know what I'm saying? Like, it ain't about nobody else. And Chicago did this type of stuff need to be put up like this, because the news ain't even showing you. You know what I'm saying? Like, my best friend that got killed, you know what I'm saying, in front of me, and you know what I'm saying, like, we don't got no video. I wish he did have a video. So you know what I'm saying? Like, it's a lot to it. So it ain't about that. Chicago is ugly, y'all. But I'm finna go ahead and get to these deals. Y'all just like and subscribe, man. I appreciate it if y'all could, like, share this joint. Help me get to a thousand subscribers. I'm at 600 now, man. I really need y'all. I appreciate it. And I got a lot of other good stories pertain that's that go with what we was talking about today. So yeah, y'all just check back in with me later on. I'm gonna let y'all know how I did on this sale. Thank y'all.